Greetings folks, this is the Eken H9R action cam from TomTop. This is marketed as a 4K 25 frames a second camera, but it uses the Omnivision OV4689 sensor, which is the 16:9 aspect ratio native sensor, 1080 at 90 frames a second. It's a 4 megapixel sensor, so it's certainly not native 4K, not even 2K. It's a native 1080, 60 frames a second, I would call it. So what they're actually saying is that although it starts off as a 1080 recording, it can be interpolated up to 4K. So let's call it a 1080, 60 frames a second camera. And this is the cheapest camera, probably the lowest spec camera that I've reviewed, so I'm not expecting GoPro style results from it. But is it worth the money? Let's have a look. So just a quick look at the specs. We've got the waterproof housing, waterproof to 30 metres. Video 4K 25 frames a second, 2.7 30 frames a second, 1080 60 frames and 30 and 720 120. 170 degree fisheye lens, waterproof up to 30 metres. Wi-Fi. This one is the H9R. The R means that it comes with a remote control, which is cool. Let's open it up and have a look anyway. So waterproof housing and these nice sort of locking clips. Little bit of an instruction manual showing all the accessories and the operation. That's pretty cool. A couple of black boxes in here. This one has the micro USB cable, nice flat one, I like them. Wrist strap for the remote. Cable ties and a wire leash. More clips. We don't get a tripod mount on the camera, so we get the naked sort of housing there. There's the wrist remote control, handlebar mount, alternative back for the housing, so you get protection plus a bit more audio, and all the usual mounts, brackets, tripod mount, excellent. Alright, so let's take it out of the housing and have a close-up look at the camera. So on this side we have the micro USB, HDMI and the SD card. It doesn't come with an SD card, you have to buy your own. 2-inch screen on the back, shutter button and LED on the top, up and down buttons there, selection buttons, on, off and mode button on the front there, and we've got the battery compartment on the bottom. Removable battery there, 1050 milliamp hour battery. Okay, so you turn it on holding the front button there. Pushing the up button on the side, we go to the playback. Pushing the down button. Turn the Wi-Fi on and off. Push the front button again, we get the mode. That's photo mode. That'll be burst mode, I think. Time-lapse photos and settings. Alright, let's have a look at the settings. Video resolution comes set on 1080 60, which is probably where it should stay. We can go 720 120, 2.7K 30, 4K 25. I'll give you examples of these later on, but seriously, leave it on 1080 60, I would say. Looping video, on or off. Timestamp, on or off. I've got it off. Exposure. You can adjust the exposure if you need to. Photo resolution, 12 megapixel. Well, it's only a 4 megapixel sensor, I think, so that's obviously expanding the photos up to 12 megapixels. Burst photo on for 3 photos, time lapse. Your local light frequency, language, date and time, sound indicator, you can turn that on and off. Turn it upside down. Oh, that's a nice little touch. Screensaver. I don't usually like screensaver, so I'll turn that off. Power saver, I'll turn that off as well. Format the card, reset and version, and we're on that version there, whatever it is. So there's nothing like image stabilization or distortion correction or things like that that you'd find on higher spec models. But this is a cheapie. It's at the moment it's under US $50, which is under $70 Australian, so it is probably a good one for the kids or a good one for a sacrificial camera in dangerous situations. But anyway, let's go and check it out. So I'm just going to drive around a little bit, see how the camera performs as I'm driving through the park. Comes with a lot of good accessories. The waterproof housing, the remote control, handlebar mount, all the clips and brackets and things. As you would expect, the image quality isn't up to GoPro standards or even the high quality SJ cams or other cameras like that. It is built down to a price and it's very cheap. It would be a good one for your first cheap foray into action cams. Good one for the kids, good stocking filler at Christmas. It's certainly very impressive in the package and everything. And a good sacrificial camera where you wanted to use it in really dangerous situations where the camera may not survive, but you need to get the shot. It'd be a good one. So that's the Eken H9R from TomTop. Thanks for watching.